Introducing Image Pro Premier 3D, the future of image analysis. Let's take a look at some of the benefits this powerful platform can deliver. Starting with this 2-channel image set being viewed in 3D, we can adjust each channel individually. As you can see here, there are a number of settings that I can use. One of them being spread. This allows me to look at the intensity levels of my individual channel and adjust them either manually, as you can see here, or I can do a best fit. The best fit will allow me to fit the histogram as well as possible. There's much that I can do with this image view. I can hold down Shift and I can pan the image, I can spin the image, and I can even zoom with my mouse wheel. If I want, I can create a volume of interest by clicking here and then moving the volume of interest with my Select tool to see only certain parts of the image I'm interested in. To measure volumes, I'll add an isosurface. Coming to the right side panel at the top, I'll click Add Isosurface. This will give me the chance to add the isosurface to any of the channels that I have loaded into my application. I can choose the threshold type to be auto bright and click OK to generate this. Automatically, I receive a histogram where I can threshold on my intensities. I can adjust this manually, and when I'm happy, click the Count button. The Count button will automatically generate a data table of all of the objects in my three-dimensional view. It's an interactive data table where I can click, see all of the objects immediately displayed with a selection box around them. If I need to add additional measurements, I go to my three-dimensional Measure tab. I choose the Types drop-down, and here you'll see many volumetric measurements that I'm able to add. Simply click, Add, and you're done. If I need to sort my data table, each column can be sorted individually. I can interact with my image by clicking the V button and then moving using my navigation tool to visualize all of my objects. If I have a particular object of interest and I want to create a manual measurement to, say, measure the surface area and some linear distance across it, I can do that as well. I'll choose Shift and I'll pan. Zoom in on this object that I have interest in and use one of my active tools called Add Curve. Using Add Curve, I can click perpendicular to the perspective of my object, and I can click 2 different points, creating a linear distance between them. If I use my View navigation tool and turn this sideways a bit, you'll see it actually followed the edge of my surface that I've created to give me a value of linear distance along the surface. Now, using a slightly different example, this one being in minimum intensity composition, a material can be inspected for voids or different components in a volume. I'm using the intensity differences as my guide. Here I can create an isosurface yet again, this time thresholding on the automatically dark selected regions. Once I've created my isosurfaces, I can count them to see the actual volumes and how many objects there are. If I need to visualize the isosurfaces away from the actual volume data, an oblique slice might be the trick. Here I can turn on my handles, clipping, and even change to a transparent view. Now being able to cut away at my volume and visualize the objects that I have interest in. If I want to share my discoveries, I can create a custom animation. Going to the 3D View tab and Animation Group, this drop-down allows me to add individual camera positions, creating an animation frame by frame, or simply using one of the 3 presets to create simple rotating views. Once I'm done, I can save as MPEG, AVI, or WMV. If you'd like to evaluate this powerful new analysis product, register to receive a free 14-day trial version to run on any 64-bit Windows 7 or 8 PC. Please meet at least our minimum hardware requirements. For more information about Image Pro Premier 3D or any Media Cybernetics products, please contact your local reseller or company representative.